I am on a mission to minimize and organize every area of our home top to bottom, and today is the first video in that series where I'm going to be showing you our new clothing system for our soon-to-be 3 daughters. Sarah, and here on our channel Work Life Blue, I love to share how I balance work, life, and everything in between as a busy working mom of 2 little girls with 1 on the way. We are transitioning to a more simple lifestyle. This has really given us the opportunity to assess our needs of our home and what we want for our space now that my daycare is downsizing and I currently am not working, and neither is my husband's. It's really given us the opportunity to analyze every area of our home, and I'm just so excited to take you guys along throughout this entire journey. It's kind of like a domino effect. It's starting with the girls' closets, then I'll move on to the storage room, and then that allows me to tackle toys, kids' books, our laundry room, our living room, our kitchen, our bedroom, and every area in our house to really minimize as much as possible, declutter, and organize along the way. I'm going to show you guys my new system for my kids' clothes. I have done lots of videos on kids' closet organization in the past, but now that I have a 3rd little girl on the way who is planned to be the last baby, we are getting ready to have a new system that will last us long term, and I really thought this out so that we're not having clothes in storage and that everything is in their closet. So our 2 older girls, Celia and Bryony, who are 5 and 2.5, are going to be sharing a room, so I will show you that second. And then I have organized all the baby clothes for our new little girl who is going to be in this room that is the nursery. Our daughter Bryony is still sleeping in here, but most of her stuff is now with her older sister so that we can prepare for this little baby coming in about 3 months. So I'm going to show you guys my storage system and how I am organizing everything and using it in a way that can adapt as they get older, so I don't have to be constantly changing everything. And hopefully you guys can get some tips, tricks, and ideas in this video, or at least just some inspiration to go through your house and organize and minimize along with me. So this room is very small by most standards in America, and so we have to fit a lot of function in here. We have a closet that is very decent size for this size room, and then a decent size dresser as well. As our baby grows, it gets bigger and needs like a full-size bed, a twin-size bed. Things will have to change then, but for now the storage is definitely maximized and there's lots of room to grow. So let's start in her closet. All of our girls' closets are the same size. There's half this wall is taken up by our soon-to-be baby on the way's closet, and then the other half of this wall is the shared closet. So there'll be 1 child using this closet and 2 children using the same size closet in the other room. But we have a lot of room in here and some overflow stuff as well, so I'll show you. The very first thing I have added are these sliders for these bifold doors, because I don't know about you, especially with girls, they love to change their clothes, they love to go in and rearrange and organize, and I'm quite frankly very sick of redoing everything. So I just put those on. They're very inexpensive. I'll link them below so that they literally cannot get into the closets. It's been a lifesaver. So here's an overview of the closet. It's very minimalistic and very simple, inexpensive to do. I didn't spend any money on this closet. I just used things we already had. So what I like to do when we have a baby on the way is I like to fit as much of their clothes in here as possible, because they grow so fast and I don't want to have to be adding and taking clothes out of storage all the time. So right now I have 0 through 6 months in here. So newborn, all her newborn hangable clothes are right here. All her 0 to 3 month clothes that hang up are there, and all her 3 to 6 months are right there. And the ones that hang up are just like the nicer outfits, the tops mostly, and the onesies. I just like hanging. I find it way easier to find things, and it's really high up so nobody can reach it but me. Down below, I just use very inexpensive Dollar Tree bins that I already had on hand. So we have our pump in one. I've got extra hangers here for both rooms so that if we end up switching out clothes and we need more, we have them. And then I have one for newborn bottoms, 0 to 3 month bottoms, and 3 to 6 month bottoms. and it's literally just the bottoms thrown in here. So very easy to find. So that's shorts, pants, whatever I have, bloomers for that size. And then I also keep a bin just of white onesies. I use these a lot under long sleeve or a short sleeve to make it warmer, or if it's just a shirt, so that if they blow out it's not getting all over the house, it's contained into a onesie. So that's for all the sizes that are in here, newborn through 6 months. I had these bins already on hand, so in this blue one on top I'm just keeping the different size pajamas. So newborn pajamas, 0 to 3 month pajamas, and 3 to 6 month pajamas. And then down below right now I'm keeping some of our swimming gear, like a tote bag that won't fit in a drawer, and just some swim diapers. And then some things we will be using once the baby comes, like an activity mat and a bath time little seat that we don't need out right now. And then in this black bin that I already had on hand, I'm just keeping some bags that my daughters use for dance class or Sunday school and stuff like that, so that we have them on hand, but they are out of reach, so they're not just filling bags with toys and stuff like that when they're just going about their day. And then over here I have their luggage sets just tucked away really nicely over here, so they're easy to access. So I really like that because it's just one kid in this one, I can fit some of the bigger overflow items in here, and she should never actually need all that space until she's much older, if even then. Okay, up top is something I have been wanting to do for so long. I have gotten all of their clothes out of the storage room in our house. Now that we are done having children, most likely we are going to be, as our baby grows out of all these clothes, we will be donating them, except for maybe a couple outfits that are really meaningful. And so up here I have all the clothes that she still has to grow into. So anything our middle daughter is no longer fitting into, it comes into this closet, so that when this baby is bigger, we can just grab it down, put it in, and then donate. And we don't have to run around the house finding other clothes in different areas. It's all right here. And I just simply stored them in Dollar Tree vacuum seal bags and stacked them up really high in an area that we don't really ever access anyway, so it's a perfect spot to keep it. And then on this middle shelf, I just have some pack and plays and things that I'm deciding if I'm gonna keep or get rid of, and then like a little bed organizer that I haven't decided if I wanna get rid of yet. So very minimalistic in that it only has what we need and has plenty of room to grow, and is a really easy to understand system that everybody in our house can follow very easily. Under her window we have just this pretty decent sized dresser. It's not humongous, but it's not teeny tiny either. And it's super functional, and I didn't spend any extra money on this as well. I had some IKEA dividers already and bins and things like that to organize. So in the very top I keep, these are the crib bed linens, so just fitted crib sheets. I keep this really nice window blackout curtain that you can take to hotels or people's houses, so it just makes sense to keep it in here. Really love that. And then just some items that I will be using once the baby comes, a nipple shield for breastfeeding, and some pacifiers. In the adjacent one, I just have stuff that I might want to access from the rocking chair, like burp cloths, and then just some blankets, and as I find more swaddle blankets and stuff, I'll keep them in here. And then tucked in the side over here is just some stuff I might need while nursing. So just some Kleenexes, and then this awesome light I've used for all 3 kids. It can just clip on, so if you're nursing in the middle of the night, it's just enough light to see what you're doing, but not enough to wake up the baby or to fully wake up you if you're like half asleep. So I love having that right there. In the second drawer set, I just have some of her, accessory type things. So her little baby caps, some socks, and then just some little pairs of shoes for as she grows. And then there's plenty of space, excess room for it to grow and evolve for underwear and stuff as she gets older. Or we may even keep some diapers in there for middle of the night changes and stuff like that, because we don't keep our changing table in here. The drawer next to this is completely empty. I love having some overflow space, so as she grows, if I need more space, I don't have to completely change everything. I have some space to grow into. It's a really good tip for those of you with growing kids. You just never know as they get older the things they'll need for different clubs and sports, or if their clothes get bigger and don't fit in the same spots that they used to. It's nice to have some overflow space built in. Okay, and then in the bottom 2 drawers, I just keep all of our swim gear. Now I may take this out once the summer is over, because we're in Minnesota, and so there's only so many months where we're actively going swimming. But in this one, I just have all of our beach towels. And in this one, I keep all the swim diapers and like cover-ups and stuff like that for our little one. Some bags for taking to the beach that are like sand and waterproof and to keep, you know, wet stuff in. And then I keep all of our beach toys and pool toys as well in here, along with some sunscreen so that we're ready to go once we need to pack up. And then the actual beach tote, like I showed you, was in the closet because it doesn't fit in here. But I love that it's away from our two older girls. When they're playing in the room that they're going to share, they're not getting into all of this all the time, and we can always add baby proofing down the road if we need to. And then lastly, next to the dresser, I have this little hamper. Right now it's just holding our daughter Bryony's stuffed animals, but I will be going through and decluttering a lot of this. So this will eventually be our baby's hamper, and the girls share a hamper in the other room, which I will show you. In the girls' shared bedroom, I recently redid this whole room, so I will link to that video below, but they have this really big IKEA dresser, the Hemnes line, and then they also have the same size closet as in the baby's room. Now we also have these shelving units, but I think we will be taking those out of the room. I do not keep any clothes in that. I do keep a couple bins of toys in here, and then these are all like bed linens that will be moved into the linen closet or the hallway as I am done with our whole domino effect of decluttering and minimizing. But let's start by looking at their closet. Just like in the baby's nursery, we have the little sliding locks for them because they have shown that they can't handle having free access to the closet right now. So because this is a shared closet where there's two different girls sharing and they have a lot bigger clothing at ages 2.5 and 5 than the baby does, there is not any foldable clothes besides stuff that's in storage, which I will show you. The rest is just hanging clothes. And so I have it divided by this day of the week divider that I love, but I ended up hanging it on a separate tension rod behind so that it's not getting in the way of the different clothes hanging rods, because otherwise I'd have to have two different rods, and I wanted to be able to keep that one across the whole way. But it's evenly split, so we have our younger daughter's clothes on this side and our older daughter's clothes on this side. I do not rotate clothes out for the seasons. I just find in Minnesota it could be 20 degrees one day and 70 degrees the next, so it's just nice to have access to all their clothes. And this really limits how much we can have. They have a lot of clothes because I love to thrift, so I will link to those videos below, but it still fits in a relatively small closet, especially they're not even getting half of the whole closet. And then we just plan out their outfits for each day of the week when it's not a pandemic, and so that way they only have to go in here once a day to get their clothes. We pick them out once a week, and it really saves on the stress level of them wanting to change all the time or change their outfit or pick their outfit and it doesn't match and it's picture day. We've already planned it out and discussed it. So on the top right now, because it's spring and we're mostly wearing our lighter clothing for the warmer months, I keep all of their long sleeve items, long sleeve shirts, long sleeve dresses, and like vests and coats and stuff like that on the top, so that, you know, it's more out of reach because we don't really need them as often. And then I just keep our daughter's like dance outfit here that she's probably never gonna wear again because of the pandemic. And same thing with our little one, just long sleeve shirts, long sleeve dresses, and then jackets and things like that. On the bottom I have tank tops, short sleeve shirts, this got put in the wrong spot, and then like sleeveless and short sleeve dresses, and then just some cardigans that they can easily throw on if it's a little bit cooler that day. And then same thing on our littler daughter's side. On the bottom, I just keep this little 3-drawer organizer I already had in our house. Like I said, using what we have is the best way to go. So that's why it has numbers on here, because I had used it for daycare a while back. But I just keep all their bows in here. Really simple. They can easily find what they need. And there's not like a system that they're messing up, because we've tried different systems in the past and it just became a mess. Here we have headbands and like crowns and different things like that for their hair. And then there's nothing in the top one, just to allow for flex space as we need it, just like we did in the baby's room. And then I also keep a fold up stool, so if we need to reach something higher up, we can do that. And then as far as a hamper, I just keep a laundry basket in here so I can take all their clothes downstairs, wash them, dry them, put them back in here, and then bring it up and they can help me put it all away. As for the top of this closet, on this shelf, what I've done is I keep all of our oldest daughter's next size so that I can easily pull it down, see what I have, and if she needs something, like if she's outgrowing certain shirts or pants, I can easily find them and add them to her closet, and I don't have to like open up the storage bags. I just find this works really well for me as I'm buying throughout the year, thrifting and stuff like that. In this green bin, I just have stuff that our middle daughter is growing out of to know to put it in storage and put it in the baby's room once that whole thing is filled up and she's outgrown a whole size. And then I just keep a couple more of those vacuum seal bags here just to make it really easy. In the top of the closet are the clothes that our oldest has grown out of, but our second born has not grown into yet. So basically the system is our oldest daughter will grow out of something, it'll go up here, then our younger one will grow into it, so we'll bring it down here, and then all the clothes that she grows out of will go to the baby, and anything the baby grows out of will get donated. So it's a very easy system of flowing from room to room and not down to the storage room and then back up and then back to the storage room and then back up. It's just a very simple, easy way to switch out clothes as they grow because they grow so fast, and I'm not losing my mind. Just like with the closet, I have it split so that all the stuff on the left is for our older daughter and all the stuff on the right is for our middle daughter, our slightly younger daughter. So I really like this dresser because it's easy to split in half and I can mirror image however I store stuff on our older daughter's side, I can store it the same way on our younger daughter's side. So especially for my husband, it's really easy to know where everything is. And once again, I did not buy anything. I just had all this stuff on hand already. I had these IKEA storage bins and other bins that you will see in here. So in the top two drawers for both girls, so this is our older daughter's stuff, in the left drawer I just keep, you know, their socks, underwear, I keep her leotards and like nylons and that kind of stuff here for dance, and then I keep all her pajamas in this other smaller drawer, and that really limits how much we can keep. We don't keep them super organized because they dig through and find what they want every night. And it's the same system on our younger daughter's side, just, you know, adapted for her. So we have some diapers here so we can change her in the morning or before bed. Socks, we've got her training underwear, her underwear to use once she's potty trained. And then we keep all of her tights back here and then all her pajamas. In this middle drawer, I just keep all of our older daughter's pants and thicker tights and then just some like dance skirts and stuff like that. And then it's the same thing for our littler daughter. So we have all of her pants here. We've got just solid colored leggings, patterned leggings, and then jeans. And then in the bottom drawer, we just keep shorts and capris, and then for our older daughter we have her swimsuits and her swim cover up. So we just simply, you know, set her shorts in here, set them in there. If they get all jumbled up, it's not a big deal at all. And then for the littler one, shorts, skirts, and capris, swimsuits, and then her bloomers for under her dresses and over her diaper. I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing how I'm organizing for my 3 girls. We do have a lot of clothes for each girl, but now that we'll have 3, they're definitely going to get lots of use, and I buy most of them thrifted or on sale as well. I really like this system. It's very easy to follow. It's very easy for my husband. It's easy for our 2 current daughters to put stuff away and know where to find things, but it also is limiting how much we can have and just keeping a really good system that they can keep using over time as they get older. Let me know if you found anything useful in this video, and let me know if you have any tips or tricks of your own. Leave it on our community tab since YouTube has probably disabled the comments on this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you soon, and make sure you check back for more videos on this minimize and organize series. Bye guys.